Okay, world travelers, today we're taking you on a tour of a Maasai village. On our way from Nairobi to Maasai Mara, we stopped by this Maasai village to have a tour, see what life was like for the nomadic Maasai people. So we are in Swahili, we're considered Zungo, which means wanderer, mostly white skin. So the Zungos are visiting the Maasai village here. And they start off by introducing you to some of the village elders and collecting $30 a piece for the opportunity to go visit. So I'm sure this is a way that they obviously raise funds for their village. There were five of us, and they give you a chance to dress up in their local attire. That's the chief's hat. It's made out of a lion's mane. And then they're going to escort us into the village in a minute after they do a traditional Maasai dance for us out in front. The ladies are in green, the men are in red. So the Maasai people have really wandered over much of Kenya. They started out in the north by Lake Turkana, and then they had to move out. They moved to Nakuru and then Naivasha. They were down in Amboseli for a while. They finally settled on the Mara, which is why it's called the Maasai Mara. So this is the national park. Now it's national park lands that are kind of in the southwestern part of Kenya, and they are at the top of the Serengeti. The Serengeti is in Tanzania, and Maasai Mara is just the extension of the Serengeti across the Mara River into Kenya. And Serengeti stands for Endless Plain, and believe me, it is an endless plain. The amount of grass and feed available in the Mara is unbelievable. You can understand why 1.5 million wildebeest come north every migration. So this is the inside of the village. It's surrounded by a wall, so people can't see in from outside. These are all mud huts. So this guy's explaining to us the customs of the Maasai. They're typically nomadic. They travel between they have several locations. These guys travel between. They live in these mud huts. The chief has 15 wives, 3 of which have either died or left. And these are the mud huts which the women build. It takes them close to a year to build a hut. The women are in charge of construction. They do something with dung and whatnot to keep the rain out. So when it rains, those mud roofs are waterproof. When we come inside, it's a little difficult to see. There's a bedroom. That's the main bedroom there on the right for the adults. This is the kitchen and the bedroom for their children. There's a small fire on the floor, some mud shelves. There's only one window in the hut where the Maasai guy is sitting right now, and where I think it's Summer is going to sit. That's where the little kids sleep. There's a fire on the floor where they cook. A supply of firewood on the right, some water. That's how simple they live. Then they take us outside and show us how to start fires without any matches. And this is mainly a gimmick to sell you the knife, the firewood starter, and the stick that they use to create friction. So they put the knife down, they put the little piece of chip of wood down there, and they use that stick to create friction, and it eventually makes a little coal on that piece of wood, which they then put into some, it looks like coconut hair or something similar to that. Once they get the coal going, so he's got the coal going now, and now he puts it in that little clump of coconut hair, and he blows on it until he gets flames. So that's how they start their fires. And then I didn't show you, but then they offer to sell you each a knife, a stick, and a chip of that wood. So it's mostly a sales gimmick. And then following this, they take you back into their store in the back, and they tell you it's buying stuff in their store helps them sustain their tribe. And that lady right there is the 92-year-old wife, one of the wives of the chief, who's over 100. I don't know how many kids and grandkids he's got, but so here's the village store, which is pretty much buy any kind of African artifact that you want back here. But the Maasai are different people. They they do eat red meat. They drink raw blood, and from certain animals, at least cows and goats and sheep, I think. But that's life in the Maasai Village. And stay tuned because we're headed to Maasai Mara National Park, which I've already posted many photo collages, and I'll do my video of the visit next. So stay tuned.